This LOS is describe the measurement of inventory at the lower of cost and net realizable value. Before we jump into the lower of cost or net realizable value, just take a second here to look at inventory method changes. So companies on rare occasion change inventory valuation methods. Under IFRS, a change in method is acceptable only if the change results in the financial statements providing reliable and more relevant information about the effects of transactions, other events, or conditions on the business entity's financial position, financial performance, or cash flow. If the change is justifiable, then it's applied retrospectively, okay? Because that's a change in a method, it's not a change in an estimate. We have to go back and restate. Under US GAAP, the conditions to make a change in accounting policy and the accounting for a change in inventory policy are similar to IFRS. US GAAP, however, requires companies to thoroughly explain why the newly adopted inventory accounting method is superior and preferable to the old method. If a company decides to change from LIFO to another inventory method, US GAAP also requires a retrospective restatement as described above. However, if a company decides to change to the LIFO method, it must do so on a prospective basis, and retrospective adjustments are not made to the financial statements. The carrying amount of inventory under the old method becomes the initial LIFO layer in the year of the LIFO adoption. So that's an important little point there at the end. Those are the little factoids. I threw that slide in right now because those are the little factoids that sometimes crop up on the CFA test that are sort of deeply buried in the text. Okay, so now we're looking at the lower of cost and net realizable value. Net realizable value equals the estimated selling price plus the estimated cost of completion minus the selling costs, and that equals the net realizable value, okay? So write-downs are allowable under both IFRS and US GAAP, but reversals of write-downs are allowed under IFRS up to the initial original amount. And just a quick reminder here, again, talking about inventory, the initial recognition. All costs bring the inventory to the current location, and it excludes the abnormal amounts, the storage costs, the admin overheads, and the selling costs. We've seen that in a previous LOS, and we've done some practice questions on that. With that, that's the last slide for this LOS. Thank you.